even without the enchantment. That was delightful.
You like to play games, but you kinda suck. That's okay, so does SJ.
Welcome to another episode of SJ Scrubs. We are back scrubbing Skyrim, and if you watched the last couple of videos, you'll notice that I have been attempting to go around to the different dungeons in order to try and find one of these Dragons of Fate, because they grant 15,000 gold and a free perk point when you find them. Now, again, there's 5 containers spread randomly around Skyrim, so the chances of me finding one of them is slim to none, but I thought, hey, let's buy a lottery ticket. And then I read online, people were saying, oh, if you go to the different dungeons and the different holds, there's a good chance that you'll find one. So, the last couple of videos, I had been to, the dungeons in Whiterun. I went over to Riften, was the last video. At any rate, the moral of the story is that I did go to the dungeons in the different holds, which is why they are unlocked. The Chill was the one for Winter Hold. I'm way over here in Markarth, and I just came out of Sidna Mine, which, as it turns out, that there's a whole quest related to you getting put in that jail, and so you can't actually explore around in there like you can in the other dungeons. And I completely forgot to record me going to those different dungeons. The moral of the story is that A, I did not find any Dragons of Fate containers. So, big waste of time, and I'm kind of glad that I didn't record it, because then it would have been a big waste of your time. Not saying that the last few videos about me going to the dungeons was a waste of your time. Ha ha ha. But at any rate, the other thing is that I have, and I might be able to start it here. I've installed a few new mods because they are right up my alley. I haven't seen what they can do, but I looked at the descriptions and I said to myself, SJ, this is a thing that I want to have happen. I was told that if I go to a kind of an inn, there might be one in Riverwood. I'm gonna head over there. I added a mod called Legacy of the Dragonborn. So all of those, if you're a collector like me and you like finding unique stuff, you like the unique weapons and the unique armors that you can get from various quests, this adds kind of like a giant museum with its own quest line, where you can display all of that stuff. Which is nice, because half the time when you find a unique weapon and you kind of end up don't using it, I'm actually just going to wait until morning so I can get into the inn. So, it might have been a unique piece of armor, but not the best piece of armor. It might have been a unique weapon, but not the best weapon. It adds...
Thank you so much for taking care of those thieves.
Man.
Riverwood Trader is back to the way it used to be.
Oh, inn, not a trader. Womp womp. So it adds a place where you can display all this stuff so you don't have to sell it, because that always kind of bummed me out. Is that it? It is. Curator Orion Morellis is seeking able-bodied adventurers to seek out and recover lost artifacts of historical relevance for the soon-to-be-reopened museum in Solitude. Anyone interested should apply there in person. All deliveries of authentic artifacts will be well compensated. Orion Morellis, Curator, Dragonborn Gallery, Solitude. Wham shabam. There's another mod that I added that it's compatible with this museum mod, and it's fossil mining. So normally you've got these ore veins that you can mine for ore and blacksmithing and blah 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 blah. This adds a chance to find like either common all the way up through like super rare fossils that can then be displayed in this museum. The last mod that I added is it's a jewelry overhaul. So not only does it add like infinity types of jewelry rather than just like gold ring, silver ring, I believe that you can now wear rings on both hands. So it used to be you could just wear them on your right hand. And secondly, the kind of the gems and the metal that is used.
You help me. You help people, right? That's what you do.
I thought that was. I was looking at his eyes. I was like, oh, he's in a horror movie. But what it's made of affects enchanting. So it's kind of an added, depth to the game. This place looks pretty sweet. Got a nice fountain here. Ooh, get a little of this. Nummy num 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 num. Got some flowers. I like this. Oh, I don't like that. Get inside. See you later, Macho Man. Alright. What do we got?
I'm sorry, can I help? The museum is currently closed until further notice.
Oh yes, my advertisement. I am looking still, but I do hope you are better than the others I have hired as of late. I have a list of items that I would very much like to have for the museum. If you can recover them, I'll pay you handsomely for them. If you manage to bring them all back here, we could even discuss some other plans I have in mind.
Okay.
Excellent. Well, first and foremost, I'd like to get my hands on one of the 6th House Bellhammers of the House of Dagoth. They have become increasingly rare. One apparently was stolen recently by some bandits, apparently held up in Broken Helm Hollow. Another item was stolen from a local collector by the Silent Moon bandits. The item is known as Denstagner's Ring. It's likely still in the hideout west of Whiterun, if they haven't fenced it yet, that is. And lastly, a small shipment of Archiviri relics is on its way across Skyrim, bound for Markarth. Amongst the items were some jade carvings. The caravan, however, was attacked by Forsworn, and it's likely they may be in possession of some of the relics. Find what you can, and I'll pay you well for it.
Well, alright. Read notice. Museum is currently closed pending the acquisition of displays prior to its opening. Makes sense. Thanks for your patience. See Curator Aryan Morales for more information. Okay. Welcome to the Dragonborn Gallery. The museum currently contains 0 displays featuring relics from all across Tamriel. A rich history unfolds within these halls. Enjoy your time at the museum, and please do not handle the displays.
You're back. Wonderful.
Displayed painting. Huh. Take Curator's Guide. Okay, I gotta get the guy's permission.
How can I help?
I'm your friend.
That guy's still there. That means I can't fast travel. Dang it! Okay, well I'm gonna kill this guy, and I'll be right back. He's still dressed like Macho Man. Okay, so note to self, it is a lot easier to drag this guy over to the area where all the army people are. So, get all the steel arrows, get the money, get the... this is probably gonna put me over my weight limit, but I can sell this to the blacksmith that's just out here. And by the time I get to the blacksmith, it'll be an hour from now, so... Hooray for the Dragon Soul, I'll be right back. Okay, so I finally figured out how to sell off my Dragonbone stuff, went to the Riverwood Trader, it was a big to-do, and now I can actually walk around again, so that's great. I am going to hunt down, I think, at least one of these things, this video. So let's see, Silent Moon's camp. I've already been there. I don't know if anything's been rearranged because of the added mod. I don't know if anything's been added to any of the places that I've been. Apparently, this museum is like infinity bajinity items large. I do have my... Oh, they've already noticed me. Shoot. I do have my lunar steel mace that I got from here. And it looks a lot different. That's fancy. I'm not sure how well this is going to go down. I suspect poorly. Oh, insufficient charge. Oh, that's actually doing a lot of damage. Okay, well, even with... There we go. Even without the enchantment... that was delightful. I'm gonna check around and see if any of these guys have any equipment worth equipping. I'm also trying to be a little bit more conscientious with what I pick up, and certainly with what I sell, given the fact that those unique items can be placed in the museum now. I haven't gone through all of the 18 previous videos, but it's very possible that I've already sold something off that should have been placed in this museum, and if that's the case, I'll be pretty bummed out, but there we go. Hello. Alright, come here, you. There we go. Hello. Did he have a... Hold on. I'll have to go back. It looked like he had an arrow sticking out of his forehead. Which would have been stellar. I feel that's very on brand for Truck. Okay, so we've got, see, there's a Lunar Steel Mace, and there's a Lunar Steel War Axe, and that's, I think I already have one of those, because I've been here before, yeah. So I'm not going to take that, because that feels cheap, and I've already read these skill books, so, okay. Okay. You found a fate card. These cards are grouped into decks of 13 cards of the same type. When you possess at least one of each card of the type and use any of the cards from that set in your inventory, one of each card of that set will combine to form a... Let's try that again. Will combine to form a deck which will provide special powers, skills, and abilities while it's carried in your inventory. That's neat. So, okay, Nordic Orichalcum Garnet Ring of Minor Stamina. So this is what I'm talking about, like the jewelry models, Amethyst Dahlia Gold Pendant. 375. This has been completely overhauled in terms of the jewelry that's available. So I'm gonna try and get one of these items this video. I'll get the next two. Depending on how long it takes me, in the next video after that, and we will see where we are at. I believe the last time I came in here, I got my rear end handed to me quite swiftly, so I'm hoping that these guys haven't respawned.
You picked a bad time to
they
get lost.
100% did. But the nice thing is, now I've got my fancy-pantsy armor. Okay. Nope. No. Yep. Boop, boop. Okay, so that didn't go, well. But this armor... absorbs health based on level from enemies within 6 feet. So at least I've got kind of an armor... boost, I guess, and I suspect that I should switch this lunar mace out for one that actually has a charge. That seems prudent because it is nighttime, and this should be doing its thing, and that should help a good bit. But we shall see. Truck still doesn't have any shoes on, so.
Not the best you can do.
Ooh.
Let's see what you've got.
Okay. I keep forgetting to drink potions. I suspect that is also probably an excellent thing to remember. But that guy's donezo. Gonna have another one of those. Okay. Oh, and that was a bounty too. So, hooray! That'll get me some money. And I thought there was another guy down here too. I thought I heard somebody jibber jabbering. Get some lockpicks. Oh, yep. Bandit outlaw.
Now ain't this a surprise?
Now ain't this a surprise? Right in the skull. Oh! I get shoes. Boop boop. Moving up in the world. And I suppose I should put on these too. As I realized that I have them. Okay. Dang it. There we go. Okay. Ooh, and I level up. Hooray! I feel like I'm doing a lot of running. Stamina's probably good. I'm not gonna... well... What's the lockpicking? Bear traps, robber's eye... Oh, yes. This is a thing that I'm doing. When you enter a dwelling you don't own, illuminates a lock container for 120 seconds. During this time, it contains valuable items based on lockpicking skill and difficulty of the lock. Can only occur once every 12 to 60 hours. But that is an excellent way for an aspiring thief to get some extra stuff. That's new. Sealed hatch requires key. Okay. What do we got here? Lunar Iron Mace. Grab another one of those to sell off. Strongbox. Fire, frost, and lightning resistance increased by 30%. That sounds like an excellent ring. I am going to pick that up, and I'm going to pick that up because they are very pricey things that I can sell. At first I thought that was like part of the fossil mod, but then I realized this is an Argonian skeleton. So okay, Malrus's knapsack, that's new. Always grab that, thank you very much. Malrus's journal. So there's a ton of stuff that's been added in. I just can't shake these fools. Everywhere I go, there's another one of them on my tail. I swear if the Brotherhood were half as relentless, it would still be a plague upon Tamriel. It seems that I'm going to have to go full circle and return to the vault where I found Hircine's Spear of the Hunter, entombed away so many ages before. I stumbled upon a strange runic shrine on the largest mass of land in the marshes south of Solitude, some distance to the west of Dead Man's Respite. When I touched the stone, it began to glow, and a beam of light shone like a beacon to the southeast of there. I traveled in that direction for what must have been 3 weeks and never found anything out of the ordinary. Months later, I was in the Southlands near Helgen and spotted what I swore was some snow elven ruins just south of Riverwood, and when I went to investigate, I discovered a small shrine that behaved in much the same way, glowing and projecting a light after touching it. This one pointed north, presumably toward the same place the first runestone was indicating. It had me intrigued to say the least. It wasn't until almost a year later that I happened upon a third marker, which lay high above the dragon shrine at Mount Anthor. This one was Dwemer in nature, and when touched, light shone out from the eyes of the Dwemer bust there, just like the others. After that, there was a rumble in the earth. The light was pointing to the southwest, and so I aimed to triangulate where these lights might be pointing. When I marked my map, it revealed that the center location was likely the Silent Moon's ruins or someplace right near it. I wasted no time and began a long excavation into the Silent Moon's ruins. I hired some mercenaries for protection and a couple of diggers, and we delved deep, eventually finding a lost basement off of one of the ruined tower sections where the metal hatch resided. This hatch opened easily despite looking as if many had tried to pry the door over the many decades it was here. Inside lay an ornate Daedric spear. I surmised that this vault had been built with the express intention of sealing the spear away and involved the collective efforts of the Dwemer, Snow Elves, and Ancient Nords. I held on to the spear for some time until I lost it to a group of bandits. They continued to pursue me in an effort to find whatever else I might be hiding from them. No matter what I did, they kept finding me, probably due to the powers of the sphere. Spooky. My only remaining secret is the Codex, the grand book of ancient make which holds boundless knowledge. It seems that the more I travel and uncover, the more powerful it becomes. It isn't a spell tome per se, in fact, it behaves entirely unlike one. Instead, the book seems to relay knowledge of various subjects and imparts powers on a daily basis depending on what's researched within its pages. You merely have to open the book and turn the page and a new topic appears on the pages. It's really quite an astounding item. So it seems that I may be making my final stand. I've sealed away the codex in the vault which I discovered the spear in, and the doors have locked tight. All I can do now is wait. Whew, that was a read and a half. Okay, well, painting for 500 gold. Yes, please. So there's a bunch of stuff that has been added. Apparently there's a spear. Apparently there's some way to open this. I need to light some shrines. Or something. Nordic excavation site. Will yield fragments and occasionally keystones which can be used at archaeology stations to create artifacts. So this is a part of the museum. Man. This is a giant mod. I didn't realize how much stuff it added, and I've only just started this thing. Like, I've just scratched the surface. Your archaeology skill is increased too. I love the fact that there's an archaeology skill. I'm gonna be honest. I've just started this thing, and it's already scratching all of the itches that I didn't know that I had for this game. And I probably should see a doctor about that. But I feel like this mod is the doctor. Okay, so that's Silent Moon's camp cleared. I'll get to the other two next video, but so far I am having a ball with this. I'm loving that there's archaeology. I haven't done any mining, so I haven't found any fossils yet, but we're getting there. And I will see you guys in the next video. So, from Truck to you guys, see you then.